They were few, but we couldn't stop them, admitted an alien commander. The stars hung in the black sky like tiny sparks, distant and cold. On the edge of the human-controlled system of Epsilon V, a small patrol ship moved quietly between asteroids. Captain Alex Morgan stood on the bridge, watching the scanners. He had always known the galaxy was dangerous, but nothing in his experience had prepared him for the quiet tension that filled the space around him now. "Captain, the readings are strange," said Lily Brooks, the young engineer, her fingers dancing over the control panel. "There's energy activity here, but it doesn't match any human or known alien pattern." Alex leaned forward, his eyes narrowing. "Can it be a scouting ship? Or maybe some kind of drone?" "Possibly," Lily said, her voice cautious. "It's small. If it's a drone, it's advanced. Too advanced for normal border scouts." Alex glanced at Ryan Cole, his pilot, who had been quietly watching the viewscreen. "What do you think, Ryan?" Ryan shrugged. "It's not moving like a normal ship, almost like it's waiting or studying us." The ship hummed softly as it moved further into the asteroid belt. Alex felt a chill. He had been trained to expect danger, but something about this felt different. Meanwhile, far beyond the human sensors, Commander Velrith looked out from the bridge of his flagship. His ships were few. Only a small fleet had been sent to scout and conquer this human system. In his mind, humans were weak. They were slow to act and scattered across many planets. They were nothing compared to his empire, the Valrith Coalition. "They are few," Velrith said quietly to his lieutenant, Krell. "Their defenses are small and they cannot stop us. Send the observation drones." "I want every detail of their ships and their planet defenses." Krell nodded. "Commander, they will not see us. Our cloaking is perfect." Velrith allowed a small smile. He had faced many species, some larger and some more numerous than humans. None had given him trouble. "Yes," he said, "they will fall quickly, few in number, weak, disorganized. We need only strike once to claim this system." Back on the human patrol ship, Alex's sensors flickered. Suddenly, a tiny blip appeared, moving faster than anything he had ever seen. "Lily, what is that?" he asked. "I don't know," she admitted. "It's small, too small for a ship. Maybe it's a probe, but it's moving with intelligence. It's not random." Ryan leaned closer to the screen. "It's approaching us. Should we fire?" Alex shook his head. "Not yet. Let's see what it wants first. We can't waste our energy on something harmless." The blip stopped near the patrol ship and seemed to hover. On the viewscreen, it pulsed with faint light, almost like it was alive. Alex's stomach tightened. He had read about first contact situations in the academy, but he had never imagined he would face one himself. The small ship gave off a sudden pulse of energy, and the patrol ship's systems flickered. "Shields holding," Lily said quickly, her fingers flying over the panels. "But it's probing us. Something is scanning our systems." "Whatever it is, it's intelligent," Alex muttered. "They are studying us, not attacking." Miles away, Velrith watched the human ship through advanced sensors. "Yes," he said, "they are weak. Few in number, but they are curious. That is typical of this species. They are brave in ways that are foolish. Prepare to move in. We will take this system with minimal effort." The small patrol ship continued through the asteroid belt. Alex gave the order to keep the engines low, hoping to stay unnoticed. But he could feel the tension on the bridge. Lily wiped sweat from her forehead. Ryan kept one hand on the controls, ready to move at any moment. Even Alex's calm, measured voice could not hide the worry that filled the room. Hours passed, and the ship reached the outer orbit of the main human colony on Epsilon V. The planet was small, rocky, and had few cities. It was a quiet place, meant for mining and research, not war. Yet Alex knew they had to defend it. "Captain," Lily said, pointing at the screen, "there's another reading. It's a larger energy signature, not near us but approaching the planet. It's bigger than the first probe. It could be a ship." Alex's heart sank. "Alert the colony defenses. Prepare them for possible contact. We don't know what we're facing." Back on the alien ship, Velrith observed the planet. They have defenses, he said, noting the sensors and weapon arrays. But they are few, nothing that should concern us. Send the strike drones, they will not know what hit them. Krell hesitated. Commander, are you sure? This species, they are unpredictable. Velrith's eyes narrowed. Unpredictable or not, they are few. They cannot stop us. Prepare the strike. The humans watched the skies as strange lights moved across the orbit. Ryan's hands tightened on the controls. Captain, we're being scanned again. Something bigger than the first one is coming closer. Alex took a deep breath. All right, everyone stay calm. We don't know if they are hostile yet, but be ready to defend the colony. The strange energy pulse hit the planet's outer defenses. Sparks flew across the surface and alarms blared. Megan Hart, a civilian scientist working at the colony, ran to the control center. What is happening? She asked, her eyes wide with fear. We're under observation, Alex said. We don't know their intentions. Keep calm and follow orders. Lily worked quickly to analyze the energy readings. It's advanced, she said. They are studying us at a level I've never seen before. Their technology, it's far beyond ours. Despite the fear, Alex felt a strange determination. Humans were outnumbered. Their ships were smaller and slower. Their weapons were weaker. But they had one advantage that no alien had considered. They could think creatively, adapt quickly, and use the environment to their advantage. Hours passed. The alien drones circled, scanning, but did not attack. Velrith was confident. Soon, he said, we will strike and it will be over. But as he watched the humans work together, he noticed something unusual. Alex Morgan moved quickly, coordinating the colony's defenses. Ryan and Lily adjusted shields and weapons. Megan found a way to use mining lasers as temporary weapons. Velrith frowned. They are improvising, that is unexpected. On the human side, Alex noticed the pattern in the energy readings. They are small, he said, pointing at the screen. Few in number, but they are clever. They are probing for weaknesses. They think they are superior, but they are not invincible. Megan nodded. We can't fight them ship for ship, but we can fight smart. We can use what we have. Alex smiled faintly. Exactly. That's how humans survive. We adapt. Back on the alien flagship, Velrith's thoughts grew troubled. He had faced countless species in his lifetime, and none had fought like this. They are few, he muttered, but they are not weak. They are resilient, cunning. Perhaps we have underestimated them. The first part of the encounter ended without a battle. The humans had survived the initial observation and probing. They were shaken but ready. They had seen the aliens' presence, and they knew what was coming. As night fell over the colony on Epsilon V, Alex stood looking at the stars. He knew the coming days would test every skill, every decision. The humans were few, their ships and weapons were outdated, and their numbers were small. Yet he felt no fear, only determination. They would not be passive. They would fight. And somehow, against all odds, they would survive. Meanwhile, Velrith prepared his report for the coalition. He would admit the humans were curious, clever, and strangely brave. They were few in number, he reminded himself, but they could not be ignored. They were nothing like the species he had destroyed before. Something about their spirit unsettled him. The stars remained silent witnesses. The humans had survived the first contact. But the real challenge was only beginning. And across the void, both sides knew that soon. The silence would be broken by fire and strategy, cunning and courage, in a war that neither side would forget. The morning sun barely reached the rocky surface of Epsilon V when alarms blared across the colony. The small warning lights flashed red, and the hum of energy fields grew louder. Alex Morgan stood at the command center, his eyes scanning the readings. The strange alien ships had returned. They're here, Ryan Cole said, his hands tight on the controls. They're not just observing this time. Lily Brooks worked furiously at the panels. They're targeting the communication arrays and the energy fields. They're testing us, seeing how fast we can respond. Alex took a deep breath. All right. Let's make sure they see that we are not easy to break. The alien ships glided silently above the planet. Commander Velrith watched from his flagship. The humans had repaired the defenses overnight, and he could see they were preparing for a fight. "Impressive," he said quietly. "For a species so few, they respond quickly, but it will not be enough." Krell, his lieutenant, looked uneasy. "Commander, their response, it is unusual, they adapt fast." Velrith waved a clawed hand. "Few or many, they will fall. Prepare the strike drones. Begin with a warning attack. Nothing too lethal. Let us see how they react." The alien drones fired pulses of energy toward the colony's outer defense towers. Sparks flew as the beams hit shields and alarms screamed. Megan Hart, the civilian scientist, ducked under the console. "Captain, they are firing. What do we do?" Alex pointed at the defense panels. "Return fire at their drones. Keep the shields up. Use the laser turrets on the mountains. Ryan, move our patrol ship to intercept." Ryan nodded and engaged the engines. The small ship darted toward the drones, weaving between asteroid debris that hung low in the atmosphere. The alien machines followed, calculating every move with precision, but the humans used the terrain to their advantage. Lily adjusted the energy shields. "Their beams are strong, but they move slower in this environment. We can absorb most of the hits if we time it right." The first clash was brief but intense. Small energy pulses streaked across the sky, and sparks fell to the planet like tiny stars. The humans had few weapons, but every hit counted. One of the drones exploded when it collided with a mountain cliff, sending shards of metal tumbling down. Velrith narrowed his eyes. "They are clever, too clever for a species of this size. Increase the pressure." "Send another wave." Alex watched the screen carefully. "They are trying to outflank us. Ryan, take the left side of the colony. Lily, redirect energy to the shields there. Megan, coordinate the civilians to help. Every hand counts." Megan nodded, quickly organizing small teams. They used mining vehicles and cranes to create barricades, and some even helped move weapons into better positions. Despite their fear, the humans moved with a strange calm, almost as if every person knew their role instinctively. The alien drones advanced again. This time they tried to strike at the central energy core that powered the colony's defenses. Velrith smiled. "They will break now. One good strike and the colony will be ours." But Alex anticipated the move. "They think they can hit the core directly. Redirect all power to shields. Focus fire on the drones approaching from the north. We need to make every shot count." The drones struck. The shields flickered under the impact and sparks flew from the energy core. Megan shouted instructions to the workers. "Adjust the reflectors. Use the secondary beams." Suddenly, one of the drones exploded in midair. Alex saw the reason. Ryan had maneuvered the patrol ship perfectly, luring the drone into a trap created by the rocky terrain. "Good work, Ryan," Alex said, relief in his voice. Velrith's expression darkened. "Impossible. One of their ships took out a drone. They are fewer, weaker, but precise. Their coordination is unsettling." Another drone aimed directly at a communications tower. Megan calculated quickly. "Redirect the energy field. If we focus all power on one side, we can protect the tower long enough to send signals." The energy field glowed brightly and absorbed the impact. The tower remained standing. Megan's team cheered briefly, but the celebration was cut short by another drone closing in. Alex clenched his fists. "We can't just survive, we have to fight smart." Lily set up the mining lasers as temporary turrets. Ryan lured the drones toward them. The plan worked. The humans had few resources, but they turned the environment into weapons. Mining lasers, old turrets, and even debris from destroyed drones became traps. Every attack the aliens launched was met with clever resistance. Velrith frowned. "This is not what I expected. Few in number, yes, but they fight with intelligence. They anticipate our moves." Krell tilted his head. Commander, perhaps we underestimated them, their tactics unusual but effective. Velrith's eyes burned with frustration. Few, yes few, but they are dangerous. Continue the attack but keep observation on the side. I want to understand them. On the ground, Alex moved with steady determination. They are learning from us as we learn from them. Keep adjusting. Don't give them a predictable pattern. Every shot, every maneuver counts. Megan and her team helped move supplies and weapons into better positions. Even civilians participated, using what little they had to delay the alien drones. Every human knew that failure was not an option. Hours passed, and the aliens began to tire. Their strikes were precise but few, and each loss of a drone or small ship caused Velrith to pause. They are fewer than expected, he said, but they fight like a storm. Every time we strike, they respond with clever tactics. I have never seen such resilience in a species so small. On the human side, exhaustion mixed with determination. Alex felt the weight of leadership pressing down, but he did not falter. Keep going, he said. They are few. We can make this work. Every move counts. Every person counts. By evening, the alien drones began to retreat temporarily. Velrith observed the battlefield through sensors. We have won some battles, he admitted to Krell, but the humans survive, few in number, but they cannot be broken so easily. Their tactics unpredictable, their courage unlike any species I have faced. Krell looked worried. Commander, do you wish to withdraw or press on? Velrith's eyes narrowed. No, we will continue, but we must adjust. Few in number does not mean weak. They are clever, resourceful, and fast to adapt. I underestimated them, and that will not happen again. Back on Epsilon V, Alex and his team took stock of the day's battle. The colony was damaged but not destroyed. Their weapons were depleted, but they had survived. Megan looked at Alex with tired eyes. Captain, I don't know how we did it. We are so few, and yet we survived. Alex nodded, a small smile forming. That's humans for you. Few or many, weak or strong, we find a way, we adapt, we fight, we survive. Lily adjusted the shields one last time for the day. The aliens won't expect us to continue tomorrow with new tricks. We have learned from them too, we can prepare better. Ryan leaned back in his seat. They are few, yes, but they hit hard when they want to. We need to stay sharp. Alex looked at the stars once more, thinking of the distant alien fleet. Few or many, they are coming back. But they will see that humans are not easy prey. They cannot stop us. Not yet. Not ever. The stars twinkled quietly above Epsilon V, and for the first time both humans and aliens felt the weight of what was to come. The humans were few, their resources limited, their numbers small, but their courage and cleverness had turned the first encounter into a small victory. Velrith watched, troubled but unyielding. Few, yes, they are few, but they are not weak. This species, they cannot be ignored. Prepare the reports. The coalition must know. The humans are remarkable. On the human side, the night was quiet. The battle had ended for now. Civilians returned to their shelters, engineers repaired what they could, and the soldiers and pilots rested. Alex remained on the bridge, staring at the stars. They are few, he whispered, but we are ready, and we will fight. The first real clash had ended. The humans had survived against an enemy far stronger than they were. The aliens were few, confident, and deadly. But humans had shown that even the smallest force could resist, adapt, and fight back. The war was just beginning, but for the humans of Epsilon V, the impossible had already been proven. They were few, but they would not stop. The morning on Epsilon V was quiet, almost deceptively so. The colony had survived the first attack, but the humans knew it was only the beginning. Captain Alex Morgan walked along the command center, watching his crew move quickly to repair damaged equipment. Every small task mattered now, every action could decide the next battle. We have limited resources, Lily Brooks said as she tightened a panel. Shields, weapons, even fuel. If they return with more ships we might not hold. Alex nodded, his expression calm but firm. We adapt. We use what we have. That is how humans survive. Few or many, we find a way. Ryan Cole was running checks on the patrol ship. Captain, our ship is ready for action, but I don't like the quiet. They are studying us. They're thinking, planning. It's only a matter of time before they strike again. Megan Hart adjusted the emergency defenses. We can't predict everything, but we can be clever. We can use our terrain, our old tech, and our people to make them struggle. Alex looked at the stars above. The alien ships were out there somewhere, hidden by the blackness of space. Commander Velrith observed the humans from his flagship, scanning every signal and movement. He had sent only a few ships so far, confident that the humans could be crushed easily, but now he was beginning to feel unease. They are few, Velrith muttered. Their numbers are tiny, but their tactics they learn fast. They adapt. Their actions are unpredictable. This is unusual. Krell, his lieutenant, tilted his head. Commander, what do we do? They are clever, but they are small. Should we increase the strike force? Velrith's eyes narrowed. Not yet. We must understand them first. Few as they are dangerous. They are resilient. Their ships are weak, but their minds are strong. Prepare observation drones. Learn everything we can before the next strike. Back on the colony, Alex gathered his team. We need to study them too, he said. Every move they make, every tactic, every pause. They are few in number, but we cannot ignore them. We must think faster, move smarter, and use every advantage we have. Lily looked worried. Captain, I've been analyzing their energy signatures. Their ships are faster than ours. Their weapons are stronger. They could destroy our colony if we make a mistake. Alex smiled faintly. Then we make no mistakes. We are few, yes, but we have something they do not expect: creativity. They plan in predictable ways. We do not. That is our advantage. Megan joined in. We can also use traps. Mining lasers, old turrets, debris from destroyed ships. Anything can be a weapon if we use it cleverly. The humans spent the next hours preparing. They moved supplies, reinforced shields, and tested weapons. Civilians helped where they could. Every human knew that survival depended on teamwork, quick thinking, and courage. As the sun set over the rocky surface, Ryan reported a faint signal from space. Captain, movement. Something large is coming. I think they've returned. Alex stepped to the observation window. The stars seemed peaceful, but he knew better. He could see the faint outlines of ships moving through the void. Velrith had sent reinforcements this time. The humans were outnumbered, far outnumbered. They are few, Velrith said to himself, but they resist. Each encounter teaches them. They are learning. That is dangerous. Prepare the fleet. We must strike carefully. The first wave of alien ships entered the orbit above the colony. Energy pulses lit the sky as they tested the humans again. Alex directed his team with precision. Ryan, intercept the drones on the left. Lily, focus shields on the energy core. Megan, coordinate the teams on the ground. We make every shot count. The humans fought strategically. They did not try to outgun the aliens, they outsmarted them. Ryan led the patrol ship in daring maneuvers, dodging enemy fire and luring drones into traps. Mines placed along asteroid paths exploded near the drones, damaging them. Megan used mining lasers to fire at weak points on the enemy machines. Civilians guided debris and temporary barricades to block drone movements. Every human contributed, showing courage and intelligence beyond what the aliens expected. Velrith watched the battle unfold. Few in number, yet they resist. They strike where we least expect it. They use the environment, not just weapons. How is this possible? Krell, worried, replied. Commander, their tactics, it is more than instinct. They are learning faster than expected. Perhaps they are more advanced than we thought. Velrith's clawed hands clenched. Few, they are few, but they are not weak. Their spirit, their mind, it is dangerous. Focus all strikes on their patrol ship and energy core. If we destroy them, the rest will fall. The humans adjusted quickly. Alex ordered the deployment of small teams led by Luke Harris and Claire Nolan. These teams used the terrain and stealth to strike at alien drones from unexpected angles. Small explosions rocked the ships, and the aliens lost several machines in a short time. Megan cheered quietly as one of the drones collapsed into a canyon. "That's another one. They didn't see it coming," Alex smiled. "They will learn that humans are unpredictable. That is our strength. Few in number, yes, but never predictable." Hours passed as the battle continued. The humans were exhausted, but their clever tactics kept them alive. Every time the aliens attempted a direct attack, they were met with resistance and traps. Velrith became frustrated. "Few, yes, they are few. But they fight with courage and intelligence. This is not natural. They are learning from each engagement. Their losses are small compared to ours." Krell looked anxious. "Commander, the humans are teaching themselves to fight against us." "What if they adapt faster than we expect?" Velrith growled. "We will adjust, but we cannot underestimate them again. Few in number does not mean they are weak. We must study them, learn from each encounter, and strike with precision." On the ground, Alex checked the energy shields and weapons. "We are holding," he told Megan. "They are strong, but we are clever. We can survive this wave." Megan nodded, wiping sweat from her forehead. "Captain, it's incredible. They think their numbers will win, but they can't see our strategy. We're few, yes, but we are unstoppable if we stay smart." Ryan returned from his patrol around the orbit. "Captain, several drones are damaged and retreating. Their pilots are cautious now. They are learning that we are more than they expected." Alex allowed himself a brief smile. "Few, yes, we are few, but they cannot stop us. Not today, not tomorrow. We will survive because we adapt, because we fight, because we never give up." Velrith, frustrated and unsettled, sent his remaining ships back to regroup. "They are few," he admitted in a report to his council, "and yet they cannot be broken. Their numbers are small, their ships weak, but they resist with intelligence and courage. I underestimated them. That will not happen again." That night, the humans of Epsilon V celebrated quietly. They had survived another attack, again against overwhelming odds. The colony was damaged, but they were alive. The civilian workers, scientists, and soldiers all shared a sense of pride. Alex looked at the stars once more. "They are few," he whispered. "Their fleet is strong, but we are clever. We adapt, we fight, and we survive. That is what makes humans human." Megan smiled faintly. "Captain, they will come again, and we will be ready." Lily adjusted the shields one last time for the night. "They are learning from us, and we are learning from them. Few as we are, we can make them struggle. That is the advantage of humans." Ryan leaned back in his seat, exhausted but satisfied. "Few or many, they will find out that we are not easy to destroy. We are humans, we adapt." Across the void, Velrith stared at the tiny planet below. "Few, yes, they are few, but they cannot be ignored. They survive against all odds. Their minds, their courage, it is dangerous. The humans are remarkable." The stars watched silently as both sides prepared for what was coming. Humans were few, small in number, with limited resources, but they had shown that courage, intelligence, and creativity could match even the mightiest enemies. The first clashes had taught the humans important lessons. The aliens had also learned that humans were not predictable, not weak, and not to be underestimated. The war was only beginning, but one truth had already become clear. The few could resist the many, and survival was not measured by numbers alone. In the quiet of the night, the humans rested, ready to face the challenges ahead. Captain Alex Morgan knew the aliens would return, stronger and more determined. But he also knew that humans, even in small numbers, could face anything with cleverness and courage. The fight was far from over, but the humans had proven themselves, and they would not yield. The morning sun rose slowly over Epsilon V, painting the rocky surface in shades of red and gold. The humans of the colony moved with quiet purpose. Captain Alex Morgan walked along the paths between the buildings, checking on the crews, civilians, and soldiers. Each person had a role, and every role mattered. Lily Brooks adjusted the shields and monitored the energy systems. "Captain, the drones we saw yesterday were only scouts," she said. "I've studied their patterns. They always approach from the same angles. If we predict their moves, we can use traps more effectively." Alex nodded. "Exactly. Few or many, we must turn their confidence against them. They think we are weak, but we are clever. We survive by thinking differently." Megan Hart joined them, carrying supplies. "Captain, I have an idea. We can use the mining equipment to set up improvised barriers and turrets. It won't stop the entire fleet, but it will slow them down and force them to make mistakes." Alex smiled faintly. "That's what humans do. Few in number, yes, but we turn every weakness into strength." Far above the planet, Commander Velrith observed the colony from his flagship. The humans had survived previous attacks, and now they were preparing defenses that were clever and resourceful. He studied the readings carefully. "They are few," he said quietly, "but they adapt quickly. Each day they grow stronger in their tactics. This is not expected." Krell, his lieutenant, frowned. "Commander, do we continue with full strike force or adjust our plan?" Velrith's eyes narrowed. "We adjust. Few as they are proving difficult. Send observation drones first. Watch them carefully. Find their weaknesses. But strike only when we are certain of success." Back on the planet, Alex walked to the central energy hub. "Ryan, how's the patrol ship?" Ryan checked the controls. "Ready for action. I've made adjustments for quick maneuvering. We can intercept drones or small ships easily, but the larger ships will need clever tactics." Alex nodded. "That's why we have traps. Lily, focus on shields and energy redirection. Megan, coordinate civilians to help move barriers and weapons. Every person matters. Few or many, we make it work." By midday, the alien scouts approached the planet. Velrith had sent a small wave to probe the defenses again. The humans waited calmly. They had studied the alien drones' movements and knew their weak points. Alex gave the order. "Let them come. We have prepared for this. Every move counts." The drones moved in, firing energy pulses at the outer defenses. Sparks flew across the rocky terrain and alarms blared. Ryan maneuvered the patrol ship between asteroids, dodging blasts while drawing the drones toward traps set along the mountains. Megan and her teams fired mining lasers from hidden positions. One drone exploded when it flew too close to a cliff, sending fragments raining down. Another was disabled when it struck a barricade made from debris and old machinery. Velrith watched the battle unfold. "They are few," he muttered, "and yet they fight with precision. Their tactics are unpredictable. Every move is calculated, every trap clever." "How can a species so small resist this way?" Krell tilted his head. "Commander, they are learning faster than expected. Perhaps their intelligence is greater than we believed." Velrith growled. "Few in number, yes, but they are dangerous. We cannot underestimate them again. Prepare for larger strike waves. Observe their tactics carefully and adjust." The humans pressed their advantage. Alex ordered small teams led by Luke Harris and Claire Nolan to ambush drones from hidden positions. Explosions lit the sky as the traps worked perfectly. The aliens lost several drones and small ships. Megan cheered. "That's another one. They can't predict us." Alex smiled. "Few as we are, we turn their strength against them. That is the human way. We adapt. We survive." By evening, the alien scouts retreated temporarily. Velrith studied the damage. "Few, they are few," he admitted, "but they cannot be broken. Their courage, their intelligence, it is remarkable. We must prepare for the main strike, but we will not underestimate them again." On the planet, the humans repaired what they could. The colony was damaged but not destroyed. Civilians moved supplies, engineers fixed shields, and soldiers patrolled the perimeter. Alex looked at the stars. "They are few," he said quietly, "but they will return. And when they do, we will be ready." Every move they make we will counter. Every weakness we will exploit. Few or many we survive. Megan joined him, carrying a data pad. Captain, I've been analyzing their last attack. They are learning from every encounter. We must stay unpredictable. They will try to anticipate our moves next time. Alex nodded. Exactly. Few in number, yes, but clever. We must be smarter, faster, stronger in mind, even if we are weaker in numbers. The next day, the alien main force arrived. This time, Velrith had sent larger ships, hoping to overwhelm the humans. The sky above Epsilon V glowed with the light of energy weapons as the fleet moved in formation. Alex gave the order. All teams, prepare for full engagement. Shields up. Traps ready. Patrol ship, intercept drones. Focus fire on weak points. Few as we are, we will not fall. The humans fought with courage and intelligence. Ryan led daring maneuvers, dodging enemy fire while drawing ships into traps. Mining lasers, debris, and old turrets turned the battlefield into a maze that the aliens could not navigate easily. Megan directed civilians and engineers, making quick repairs and moving supplies. Luke Harris and Claire Nolan led teams that struck at enemy drones from unexpected angles, causing explosions and confusion. Velrith's frustration grew. Few, yes, they are few, he muttered. But they resist every strike. Their tactics clever, adaptive, unpredictable. How can this be? We are strong, our numbers are greater, yet they survive. Krell looked worried. Commander, perhaps we underestimated them. They are teaching themselves to fight against us. Their losses are small compared to ours. Velrith's eyes burned with anger. Few in number does not mean weak. We must study them, learn from each encounter, and strike with precision. They are not ordinary. They are remarkable. The battle continued late into the night. The humans were exhausted, but their clever tactics allowed them to hold the colony. Every strike from the aliens was met with a counter. Every attempt to break through defenses ended in failure. Alex looked at Megan and Lily. They are few, he said, and yet they cannot stop us. That is the human advantage. We think differently. We adapt. We fight with courage and intelligence. Megan nodded. Few or many, we can make them struggle. They cannot predict every move we make. They are learning, yes, but so are we. Ryan returned from a patrol around the orbit. Captain, several alien ships are damaged. They are cautious now. They know we are clever. They know we are not weak. Alex allowed himself a brief smile. Few, yes, they are few. But we fight smarter, faster, and together. That is how humans survive. Velrith, observing from his flagship, made a report to the coalition. They are few, small in number, but they resist. Their tactics, intelligence, and courage are unusual. I underestimated them. They cannot be ignored. Few as they are dangerous. That night the humans rested. The colony had survived another major attack. Civilians and soldiers shared quiet relief, but they knew the fight was not over. Every human had contributed, showing courage and intelligence beyond what the aliens expected. Alex stood at the observation deck, looking at the stars. They are few, he whispered. Their fleet is strong, but they cannot stop us. Few or many, we survive. That is what makes humans human. Megan joined him, tired but determined. Captain, they will return, stronger, more determined, but we will be ready. Lily adjusted the shields for the night. Few in number, yes, but clever. Every mistake they make, we can use to our advantage. That is our strength. Ryan leaned back in his chair. Few or many, they will find out that humans are not easy to destroy. We adapt. We survive. Velrith stared at the tiny planet below, troubled. Few, yes, they are few, but they cannot be ignored. They survive against all odds. Their minds, their courage, it is dangerous. The humans are remarkable. The stars watched silently as both sides prepared for what was coming. Humans were few, small in number, but they had shown that courage, intelligence, and creativity could match even the mightiest enemies. The battles had taught the humans important lessons. The aliens had also learned that humans were unpredictable, clever, and brave. Few in number they might be, but they could resist, adapt, and survive. In the quiet of the night, the humans rested, ready to face the next challenges. Captain Alex Morgan knew the aliens would return, stronger and more determined. But he also knew that humans, even in small numbers, could face anything with courage and intelligence. The war was far from over, but one thing was clear. Humans were few, but they would not yield. The sky above Epsilon V was dark, but streaked with strange lights. The alien fleet had returned. This time, Commander Velrith had brought his full strength. Ships far larger than anything the humans had faced before hovered in orbit. Energy pulses lit the stars, and the planet's surface shivered under the sheer presence of the enemy. Captain Alex Morgan stood at the observation deck, looking at the vast fleet. His heart did not falter. The humans were few, their ships small, their weapons outdated. Yet he did not feel fear. He felt determination. He had faced the aliens before and survived. He had seen what humans could do when they worked together, when they thought differently, when they refused to surrender. "We are few," he said quietly to Ryan Cole and Lily Brooks beside him, "but that does not mean we are weak. We adapt, we fight, we survive." Ryan nodded. "Captain, they're bigger this time, stronger, but if we can use the terrain and our traps, we can make them struggle." Lily adjusted the shields, her fingers flying across the console. "We've learned from their previous attacks. We can anticipate their movements, redirect their fire, and use every advantage we have." Megan Hart approached with a group of engineers and civilians. "Captain, we've prepared everything. Barriers, improvised turrets, traps. We may be few, but we can slow them down, confuse them, and hit them where it hurts." Alex looked at the planet below. The rocky surface was scarred from previous battles, but it had been fortified. Every mountain pass, every canyon, every settlement had been used to create traps and defensive positions. "Good," he said. "Few as we are, we turn our weaknesses into strength. That is how humans survive." Above, Commander Velrith studied the humans. "Few, yes, they are few," he muttered. "And yet they have survived every attack. Their tactics are clever, their courage remarkable. This is not normal, this species, it is dangerous." Krell, his lieutenant, tilted his head. "Commander, shall we strike fully? We have the numbers, the ships, the weapons. Shouldn't this be enough?" Velrith's eyes narrowed. "Few as they are, they cannot be stopped easily. We must strike carefully, learn from every move, and adapt. But they fight like no other species I have faced. Few, yes, few, but they cannot be ignored." The first wave of alien ships descended toward the planet. Energy pulses streaked across the sky. The humans waited calmly. They had prepared for this moment. Alex gave the orders. "All teams prepare for full engagement, shields up. Traps ready. Patrol ship, intercept drones. Focus fire on weak points. Few as we are, we will not fall." Ryan maneuvered the patrol ship between rocky outcrops, dodging enemy fire while luring drones toward traps set by the humans. Explosions lit the sky as drones collided with barriers and improvised turrets. Megan coordinated teams on the ground, directing civilians and engineers to repair shields, move supplies, and fire mining lasers at weak points. Luke Harris and Claire Nolan led teams in daring raids on alien drones, destroying several in quick succession. Velrith watched, frustrated. Few in number, yet they fight with intelligence and courage. Each encounter teaches them. They adapt faster than expected. "How can a species so small resist so much?" Krell looked worried. "Commander, their losses are small compared to ours. They are teaching themselves to fight against us." Velrith's eyes burned with anger. "Few, they are few, but they cannot be broken. We must strike carefully with precision, but they will not be easy. They are clever, resourceful, and resilient." The battle raged across the sky and planet. Energy beams struck mountains, explosions rocked canyons, and fires burned in the rocky valleys. Yet the humans held their ground. Every trap worked. Every strategy had been anticipated and countered by the aliens, but humans adapted again, faster than the enemy expected. Alex moved quickly, giving orders, adjusting defenses, and inspiring everyone. Few or many, we survive. Every move counts, every person matters. That is what makes humans strong. Megan shouted instructions to the civilian teams. Move the barriers, fire the lasers, keep the drones off the core. We cannot let them destroy our energy systems. Ryan dodged and weaved through enemy fire, striking weak points with precision. Captain, several drones are destroyed. The aliens are cautious now. They know we are clever. Velrith's frustration grew. Few, yes, they are few, yet they resist. Their courage, their minds, their strategy. It is unlike any species I have fought. They cannot be ignored. Krell whispered, worried. Commander, perhaps we have underestimated them. Their numbers are small, yet they survive. Velrith growled. Few in number, yes. But they are dangerous. We must learn from them, adjust our tactics, observe every move, but they cannot be stopped easily. They are humans. The aliens pressed harder. Larger ships fired concentrated energy beams at the colony's shields. Explosions lit the sky. Yet the humans held. Every defensive system, every trap, every small ship played its part. Alex gave a final order. All teams focus on the core. Protect the energy hub at all costs. Every weak point of theirs we can strike, we strike. Few as we are clever, and we will survive. Megan directed her teams, moving mining lasers and debris to create traps in perfect positions. Luke and Claire led daring raids on drones that tried to bypass the main defenses. Civilians helped repair shields and move supplies, their courage shining through. Ryan maneuvered the patrol ship directly into the path of several enemy drones, drawing them into a canyon filled with traps. Explosions rocked the area, and several drones were destroyed. Velrith's anger boiled. Few, yes, they are few, but they fight as if they are many. Their tactics, their courage, their intelligence, I have never seen anything like this. This species, it is remarkable. Finally, the alien fleet began to withdraw. Losses were heavy and the humans had survived once again. Velrith knew the humans could not be ignored, could not be crushed with numbers alone. He made a report to the coalition. They are few, he admitted. Their ships are small, their numbers limited, but they resist. They are intelligent, resourceful, and courageous. Few as they cannot be stopped. Prepare for reassessment. The humans are not weak. They are dangerous. Back on the planet, the humans watched the retreating fleet. Their shields flickered but held. The energy hub was intact. Civilians and soldiers alike shared quiet relief. They were exhausted but victorious. Alex looked at the stars. Few as we survived. Few, small in number, but we fought together. We adapted, we outsmarted them, and we protected our home. That is what humans do. Megan smiled faintly. Captain, they will return, but we have shown them that humans are not easy prey. Few or many, we will survive. Lily adjusted the final shields. Few as we are, cleverness counts. Every trick we used today worked. They cannot predict everything. That is our strength. Ryan leaned back, exhausted but smiling. Few or many, they will learn humans cannot be stopped easily. We survive because we adapt, because we fight, because we refuse to yield. Velrith, aboard his flagship, stared at the tiny planet below. Few, yes, they are few, he said quietly, and yet they cannot be stopped. Their minds, their courage, their determination, it is dangerous. They are remarkable, I admit it, we cannot stop them. The stars above Epsilon V were calm once more. The humans had survived the final engagement. The aliens were defeated for now, but the humans had proven themselves against a far stronger, larger force. They were few in number, but their courage, intelligence, and determination made them unstoppable. Alex stood quietly at the observation deck, looking at the night sky. Few, yes, we are few, but we survive. Few or many, we adapt, we fight, and we protect what matters. That is what makes humans human. The colony below was quiet. Civilians returned to shelters, soldiers patrolled cautiously, and engineers repaired what was damaged. The humans had shown that even a few could resist the many, and that determination and intelligence could overcome overwhelming odds. Velrith made one final note in his report. They were few, but we could not stop them. Their courage and intelligence are unmatched. This species, humans, cannot be ignored. Few or many, they survive. We must remember that. The war was not over, but the humans had proven themselves. Against an enemy far stronger and more numerous, they had survived, adapted, and fought back. They were few in number, but they could not be stopped. And so, under the stars of Epsilon V, the humans of the colony stood together, few but unbroken, ready for whatever came next.